In this English lesson, I'm going to talk about 5 things that you can do today to improve your English learning. Are you ready for number 1? It's right here in my hand, and it's get a journal. Get a journal and use a journal. By get a journal, I mean go to a bookstore and buy one of these. And by use a journal, I mean this. Inside of a journal, you will have lots of pages, and some of them will even have dates on them. You can use a journal to write down the new words that you learned that day. You can use a journal to write down what you're planning to do tomorrow. You can use a journal to practice some writing each day, and then when you go back and look at what you've done after a week or two, you'll be really impressed. And you can use a journal to make little drawings. Sometimes when you're learning a language, making little drawings of words you're learning is very, very helpful. So, recommendation number 1 from Bob the Canadian, get a journal. I don't know if you can see, this one says 2024. This is actually Jen's journal for the flower farm, but I mean, they're multi-use. If you get a journal, you can use it for your English learning. And I do think one of the biggest values with a journal is when you look at it at the end of a month or the end of a year. You can look at it and be impressed with all the work that you did. So, recommendation number 1, get a journal. The second thing I recommend you do to improve your English learning today is to tell someone that you're learning English. When you learn English, sometimes it's easy to keep it a secret. It's easy to do it by yourself at night and not tell anyone that you're actually doing it. But you should tell someone. Tell a friend, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell someone at work, tell someone that you are learning English. The reason I recommend this is because if you tell someone, then that person's going to ask you how it's going every once in a while. Every once in a while they're saying, hey, how's your English learning coming along? How are things going with your English learning? And then you'll need to kind of report to them. So it holds you accountable. In English, when we say someone holds you accountable, it means they ask you about your progress on something you're doing. So if you tell someone that you're learning English, they will hold you accountable a little bit. Every once in a while, hopefully in a nice way, they'll ask you how your English learning is going. So recommendation number 2, tell someone that you're learning English. Recommendation number 3, set reminders. Set reminders in creative ways. Like, don't set an alarm clock to go off the same time every day to tell you to study English, although that might work well. But set reminders in different ways. Maybe subscribe to someone's YouTube channel and click the bell notification so you get notified whenever they put out a new English video. Maybe use something like Duolingo or another app where the owl on Duolingo will remind you if you don't practice your English for a few days. Maybe do something simple like just have a calendar, and on the calendar write what you're going to do each day of the week so that it reminds you what to do. If you just learn English whenever you feel like it, if you don't have reminders or external things telling you to study, you might forget to do it. So do things that remind you that you need to study. Maybe subscribe, maybe use something like Duolingo, or maybe something simple like a calendar. Recommendation number 4, get involved with an English-speaking community online. Be active in that community. This could be as simple as finding a computer game that you can play where you can interact with other English-speaking players, maybe via text chat or voice chat. Maybe you can do this. Find an English teacher on YouTube who does live lessons. Watch the live lesson on YouTube and interact with other learners in the chat while you're listening to the lesson. In English, of course. Or do something as simple as leave a comment below a video. Even if the YouTuber doesn't respond, the act of writing that comment is the first part of a conversation, and maybe they will respond, or maybe other people in the comments will respond to you. Or if you can, find a game that has a Discord server or some other method of communicating with other people and join it. On Facebook, you can often find English learner groups. Find a group that's active where you can practice your English speaking skills. So, number 4, be active in some kind of English speaking community online, whatever you think would be most enjoyable for you. Number 5, set challenges for yourself. These can be daily challenges or weekly challenges or monthly challenges, but create little goals that you need to reach each day, each week, or each month. It can be something like this: learn the 500 most common English words this month, or speak in the past tense for 5 minutes straight today, or maybe learn 10 new adjectives to describe people and use them in written sentences before the end of the day. When you create little challenges for yourself, it just helps you progress because you get a little bit of excitement every time you finish one of your challenges. When you reach your goal, you'll be happy that you accomplished that goal. So, number 5, set some challenges. Here's another one for you. Listen to a new English song every day this week. Be as creative as you can be when you set these challenges. And if you want, you can even give yourself a little reward whenever you reach the end of a challenge and you accomplish it. So, number 5, set some challenges and have fun with it. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching this little English lesson about 5 things you can do today to improve your English learning. Hopefully you can put all 5 of these into practice this week, and hopefully it does help you. Remember, if this is your first time here, don't forget to click that red subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Interact with us in the comments below. I like to respond to them usually the first day the video goes out. And of course, if you have some time and you want to improve your English further, don't forget to watch another English lesson. Bye.